Hello everybody, welcome back. We have another VOD to review. We have a rogue. Let's say, I played these two, one or the other. I have a 43% win rate with my duo, and we are playing more shoots than ladders, looking to get some help. All right, cool, simple. Let's get started. Rogue is awesome. You're Lord on Rogue, so you should have a pretty good idea of what her abilities do. Use them. All right, we're using that first. See an opportunity for uppercut. Nice. Nice. Make sure you press F. Okay, nice. So far, so good. And now I'm seeing some downtime that I don't like. Okay, we're looking for Wolverine. We got him. Nice. That was a very fast rocket ammo. Way to get out. Respect. That Hulk saved your life. I think you're probably fine. Okay. There we go. Good. Nice. Good ult. Focus the Gambit. He hasn't ulted yet. Yes. You love to see it. No. 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 Don't go here. You're doing so great. There you go. Should have been here the whole time, but that's okay. Good. Yes. Okay, so in this situation, I like that you back up, right? So right here, you're doing the right thing. We're holding high up. We're doing a good job. We're rotating our cooldowns. We're using our block. We back up when we know we're going to take a lot of damage. Now here, right here, you started getting healing. I would not have kept fighting this Reed, because he's going to go no matter what. You already have two Hulks behind you. I would turn around and I would wait for this, right? Because we saw there was a Gambit and a Rocket. I would keep putting pressure here. Now they end up using a Gambit ult, so it doesn't matter. Then I would have turned around anyway. But yeah, still here, I would be focusing on the Rocket. Is the heal not my team up? Do I still push? Not push. All right, so I'm not saying to push. I'm saying back here would be fine. Because you basically, what you want to do is you want to let the tanks go, because you're not going to be able to stop them anyway. And then you fight the supports here, right? So it's more a matter of target priority and like being ready for that. It doesn't kill his ult, if I'm remembering correctly. I think you're playing fine here. Okay, who's alive? Are we paying attention? Our support pool is still alive. Our Gambit's still alive. Phoenix died. Brute died. Okay, so 4v 1, 2, 3, 4. 4v4. We have a little bit of time if we can push them off the point. Hey, get out. Nice. We feel the pressure. We escape. Good. Oh no, jump. You gotta jump. Gotta jump. Gotta jump. Gotta jump. So this map's a little tricky. There's a false sense of security every time you go through a portal, but the portals are instant, so you just have to keep going, right? So like understanding where you back up. Unless your idea here was like, well, I'm just gonna try to kill the cap and kill some of their time, and hopefully my team picks up, but I don't think that's worth it. Okay, we have our ult. We know Rocket probably has their ult because Rocket ulted first. Gambit probably doesn't because of the nerf. I was greedy for the cap. Okay, Rocket ulted. Yeah, we got our value. We force out the Rocket ult. Just get out. Good. Okay. Trying on the Rocket. Nice. Okay, Gambit if you can. Look around for Gambit. Nice, nice, nice. Nice try. Good.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
What rank was this? GM2? Just GM? Okay. I don't know what. We're making space here. Is anybody on their team? Back to Gambit ult. Diamond 1, GM3. Okay. Oh, don't go back in. Unfortunate. I'm trying to save your Gambit. He isn't able to. Nice. Big. So far, you're playing great. There's been like one or two little like greedy mistakes, but not bad. I'd go in an ult here. You have your team up. Go find the rocket and ult. Or the cloak now. They're not rocket anymore. So that's why, yeah. So you're at the rank now where we have to switch our mindset from doing the right thing to forcing the enemy to do the wrong thing. Okay. So right here, I'm thinking, okay, we have a bit of momentum. We killed one, right? Our team's all pretty much all together. So we need to capitalize this and force out the enemy. Because what I'm thinking is they're probably going to support ult in order to stabilize and buy team, right? Or buy their team time to recontest and get back together. I was trying to fish for the supports and I kind of lost them. Yeah, that's tough. As long as you got the right idea. Because I feel like you had the right idea, you were just a little late, right? Because right here, I'm already thinking like, I need to go ult supports right now. And we see them. I feel like you realize you should go do that like here. And you're like, wait, I should be fighting supports. And by here, it's like too late. Luckily, Thor cleans up on the Gambit. So now I wouldn't ult here. I don't think it's worth it. You guys are up a support. I would just try to find the cloak. Okay, we're down to DPS now. All right, what happened? Did we miss something? Okay, so this is a tough spot. This is just a weird spot on the map, and it really changes depending on how your team chooses to play it. It's really difficult because you have two tanks that are really brawly. No like poke, no standard anchor tank, things like that. And because of that, your two supports are they're not gonna be in the same place every time. They're gonna be running around because there is no anchor to like stand by, right? So sometimes they're up here, sometimes they're down here, sometimes they're in this corner, right? And so a big part of like tanking in a situation like this is finding where your supports are. I think you look for your Gambit, and then he's not able, it's a little bit late, which is tough. I think the big mistake here was just beforehand, like realizing, hey, it's go time. I need to act on the advantage that we have. Oh, please don't. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. No, you were playing so well. No. I would assume you know the mistake here. we're just a little too greedy, right? So far, the mistakes that you have made are like really slight, really like high level mistakes that are not easily punished, but that's a pretty low, like, you gotta like turn around, just wait. You gotta wait for your team. Now we gotta get out. Why are we going in? No, now we're... Oh, you're getting impatient. So I know it's almost overtime, but this is even more important in this scenario here. When you have 20 seconds. What I do is I dash out down to here where you have a health pack and you have an escape route. She has enough mobility to be able to touch for a while, right? And you want to touch at the last possible second. But now we rush it. Hopefully we get a portal in. We don't. Dang. At the very end, you made 2 like giant mistakes. Which is good, because the big mistakes are really easy to fix. Like, all you had to do for both of those mistakes was wait a second, look for your team, and then engage at the right time. That's a very easy thing to do. Whereas all the mistakes that we saw earlier are very small, like, hard to pick up mistakes. Big mistakes are easy. All right, let's see how we play defense. Don't mind this spot. Oh, killer. Okay, get out. Nice. Good attempt. Oh, kill him. Nice. I don't know how you didn't grab there. I 100% would have. Better for you that you didn't. Okay, we're not getting healing. Get back to our healing. Nice. We got a health pack. Okay, so I have a question. We definitely still have some high levels. Some, like, big things that we need to work on, but here's a little thing that we need to work on as well. So my question is, right here you're not getting healing, right? And so I assume you're high enough level to realize something's going on in the backline, or I'm not healing and I need to prepare for it. And so you immediately do, and you go straight for a health pack, which is great. My question is, did you realize, like, did you pick up on the information that was available, right? Bucky killed an Angela. Did it click in your brain, oh, that's why I wasn't getting healing, because there was an Angela in my backline. Now that Angela's dead, I probably will get healing. Is that something that, like, clicked in your brain? Because when we're playing tank, we have to pick up on this information, because we can't always turn and look around and see what's going on. I have the kill sense on, and I knew my supports weren't dead yet. Okay. Did you make the next, like, connection of... Why am I not getting healing if my supports aren't dead? It's because somebody's back there. Right? Nice. I don't like the target switch there. But you did force out a lot of cooldowns, so that's good. Playing well. Here I'd reposition. Yeah, I would have gone over there. Yes, but to a lower level of I should be fine, I still got time. Okay. As long as we're aware of that, I definitely want to... Because that is when you start getting into high level concepts of like, okay, Angela was in my backline and it was causing problems. If this keeps up, I'm going to have to change my playstyle, right? Since it didn't keep up and they switched off Angela, I should be fine, and I can actually be a little more aggressive now because there won't be people in my backline, right? You can gain that information without doing anything. Nice. Oh, too deep, too deep, too deep. Oh, too deep. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we're not paying attention to our health bar. Especially after what happened earlier, where we're kind of seeing, like, my supports aren't as aggressive as I am. So I need to tone it back.
I'm made from stronger stuff than that. I'm made from stronger stuff than that.
Okay, they got 2. Nice. Okay, way to get out.
This'll do mighty fine.
Good, good. Love it. Okay, who are we gonna ult? We know the Gambit ulted, and because we saw the Moon Knight had it, so we should have ulted. Ah. Oh, my Lanta. 7 health. Okay. All right. Okay. Hang on. I ain't right.
Only 60 seconds left.
Okay. I had to write this down. Because I have to remember this. Okay. Here we go. What happened here?
Only 60 seconds left.
Okay, you say you play mag as well, right? So we've seen you overextend a couple times now, and now we're trying to figure out like why you overextend. So number one we figured out was you didn't look around behind you and see that your team wasn't ready, right? With this one, it wasn't that your team wasn't ready at all, right? This is just a classic overextension. So there could be a couple things going wrong here. First of all, Rogue is really easy to overextend with because he has a ton of abilities, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. She has 4 different movement abilities. And so when you're attacking, all of those movement abilities, they do damage, but obviously they're also movement abilities. And so when you go in, like, just look how much ground Rogue covers in like half a second. 1, 2, 3. 3 movement abilities, and she's like way out here. If you're playing mag, you would have done the same amount of damage and used basically just your primary fire, and you'd still be over here. Okay. So make sure we're noting that, like, if I'm gonna use my rogue abilities, I have to like rein in the movement and still like stay where I need to stay. Because this is just like classic feeding. Right? There's 0% chance that your supports can help you here, and there's 0% chance that you actually get a kill on anything that has, you know, a couple brain cells. So make sure that you know how her movement abilities move the character to where you don't get yourself into a dangerous position. I'm sure, like, now that I stop it here, you know this is classic overextension, right? Like, I'm way past the line where my supports can't see me, which is like right here. Or if we want to go down here, it's like this angled line here. If I cross either of those lines, I know my supports can't help me and I'm on my own. We have to figure out like why we're going across that line.
Still got a lot left that's worth fighting for.
And then now our team is left to fight 5v6, and they just get blown over. Uh-oh. Woo! No, don't go back in. Okay, I have another question. Do your rogue games feel very inconsistent? Does it feel like sometimes it's like, man, I can't do anything with this character, and other times it's like, I'm invincible, I can run the lobby, I can go crazy? What's up, man? Do you plan on doing Guess the Rank today? Most likely. I usually do at least one episode of Guess the Rank. I really liked your last video on how to tank. Do you plan on doing more videos like that? Yes. So because that one's doing well and people seemed to enjoy that, I'm going to start doing every Friday. We're going to have like a Talking Friday where I make some sort of video like that. Well, my rogue games are either I'm running the lobby or I switch to Mac. Okay, okay. Good information. Good to know. That's what I thought. I think I know what's going on. I have shared the Vanguard video with a few people. It's really good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was worried that, like, just ranting for 50 minutes wouldn't really appeal to people, but I'm glad it seems to be helping. Oh, we didn't use our cooldown, or our team up. It's so good. So a couple micro things with Rogue. If you use your grab, you use your F on a DPS, you get the DPS passive where you do more damage, and then you ult, it actually stacks. And then you use your team up, it does even more damage. So you can like really melt people if you do that. It's not always like possible because then you have to grab, you don't have the element of surprise, right? But it is something to keep in mind. I like how we back up here out of the support ult. Good stuff. Oh, uh-oh. It's good. You waited. You love to see it. W key. W. Yes. Run. Oh, baby. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, hide. Tried your best. Not terrible. Portaling through the portal. Nice. Uh-oh. All right. Okay, so we've seen a lot. So there's a couple micro mistakes that we talked about, but really like the big two things that I can tell that's going on is, number one, we have to know it's basically goes along the theme of like what's going on with our team, right? So when we were on attack, there was 2 times where we went in without our team in really bad situations, and that cost us 2 different team fights. On defense, we did that same thing, but I would, that's more of a like rogue specific thing on that one. And then another main thing is what's going on with my support specifically. Good Lord, that's difficult to say. So the reason your games feel with Rogue like either you're running the lobby or I can't do anything and I need to switch to mag is because of how different supports play. And I don't just mean different support characters. I mean different people who play the game of support, right? So when you're playing a character like Rogue with high mobility that can kind of do it all, she can frontline, she can brawl, she can hang back and peel, she can dive. when you're doing that, you have to be able to understand which option you need to choose based on the situation and what your team is allowing for. So in this scenario, the way your supports were playing weren't really allowing you to be super aggressive, right? At the very beginning of being on defense, it was because you had an Angela in your backline and they S-keyed away. Then the Angela went away and they still didn't follow you, so they were more just passive supports. And that happens. We can't control our supports. So what you need to do is you need to recognize that that's happening and be like, oh man, I'm not getting healed when I push up a certain point. Why am I not getting healed? Can I peel for that? Can I find alternative value? Because if I just dive in and die, first of all, I'm leaving my supports and they're just going to fall over because they've proven that they are not capable of standing on their own or following me. And I'm going to die in their backline because I have no supports, right? So I'm not saying that, like, you lost this game because your supports played a different way. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm trying to say that you need to realize that your supports are playing differently and play around that. Because if it was your support's fault, then you couldn't do anything about it. But since this is something that you actively can adjust to, that gives you the control back, and then you can still play rogue, you can still make a play in this scenario, but you can go about it in a different way. And then, of course, all the, like, micro things, you know. Don't greed on cap. Don't wait till the last... Make sure you wait till the last second to recontest point. Stuff like that. You know, make sure you use your team up when you're ulting. Try to grab a DPS if you can when you're ulting. Things like that. So, how does that sound? Good? I think you have a pretty good feel of the game. I think it's just when you've lost a couple fights or when you start to, like, default back, right? And we need to actively work against that because that's going to hold you back. Because if you play, you know, 75% of the game great, but if you play 95% of the game great, but then in the last 5%, if you go in early and then your team, like, that's the most crucial fight, is the last one, right? And so you could still lose games. So anyway, that's it for this VOD review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. God bless. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.